If overthinking worked, you would already have the life you want. Something you really want to do. You got excited, you made plans, you imagined how your life would change, and then you started thinking and thinking and thinking. What if I fail? What if it's the wrong decision? What if I'm not ready? What if people judge me? What if I messed everything up? And before you knew it, days became weeks. Weeks became months, and nothing happened. Not because you were lazy, not because you lacked potential, but because you fell into a trap that millions of people fall into. You thought you had to figure everything out before you started. And that lies is quietly stealing years from people's lives. Because clarity doesn't come before action. Clarity comes from action. But overthinking wants certainty. It wants guarantee. It wants to know exactly how everything will turn out. And life doesn't work that way. Some days you feel confident, some days you doubt yourself, some days you feel ready, some days you feel terrified. And if you are waiting to feel completely sure, you'll be waiting forever. That's why so many people stay stuck, not because they don't have dreams, not because they aren't capable, but because they are trying to think their way into confidence. Meanwhile, the people you admire, they don't have all the answers either. They don't know exactly how things will turn out. They've made mistakes, they've failed, they've doubted themselves, but they did something most people don't. They moved anyway, because action creates confidence, not the other way around. And here is something I wish someone had told me earlier. You don't have to see the whole staircase. You just need to take the first step, because nobody starts perfectly. Nobody feels completely ready. Nobody knows exactly what they are doing in the beginning. They are just willing to learn as they go. And here is the part nobody talks about. Overthinking feels productive. It feels like you are preparing. It feels like you are being careful. But sometimes overthinking is just the fear of wearing the marks of preparation. Because while you are trying to make the perfect decision, life keeps moving. Opportunities keep passing, time keep going, and one day you wake up wondering where the years went. Not because you failed, but because you never started. The business you want, the confidence you want, the life you want will never build themselves inside your head. It will be built through imperfect action, through mistakes, through lessons, through showing up before you feel ready. And maybe you have been so hard on yourself. Maybe you thought successful people were fearless. Maybe you thought they always knew what they were doing, or they didn't. They just refused to let fear make their decision, because courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward despite it. So stop asking, what if I fail? That's the wrong question. Ask yourself this instead. What if this works better than I imagined? Because overthinking keeps you stuck, but action changes your life. And one day, you will thank yourself. Not because you had all the answers, but because you stop waiting for certainty and start moving even when you are scared.